So have you assessed that? What?
I've actually said to the lads before I've left, I'm not going to get into media and make excuses, because we don't need excuses. You know, we picked a team that's good enough. Listen, I don't want to say good enough to win, because Sale are a good side, and I think it always in these kind of things, the winning team never gets enough credit. We always kind of talk about ourselves and things we did wrong. Sale came here and did some really good things in the first half. Got momentum, got some strong carries in, got themselves on the front foot, and we didn't deal with that. So that's credit to them. We did deal with it after half time. We looked a lot more physical, a lot more active, a lot more switched on. But really, the game was getting away from us by that stage. Great credit to the lads for finding their way back in. Important bonus point for us, because seasons are built on how you collect points on the course of the season, not built on any one individual game. So there's some positives, particularly from that second half. But I'm not going to kind of be looking for excuses, because, like I said, I just said, lads, you don't need any. You know, the team that was put together there, if we'd have approached the game correctly, if we got our emotional state right at the start of the game, you know, the second half showed what we were capable of doing. But we didn't produce anything like that in the first half. And if anything, I don't mind holding my hand up and say I think we were almost fortunate with the scoreline at half time. And if we'd have gone in without that interception try happening, we could easily ended up winning, based on not really playing very well for 40 minutes. And that's kind of, that 40 minutes has really hurt us. But it's one of those things. You know, I'm not, as I said, I can sit here and try and find all kinds of reasons, but I'm almost going to refuse to do that, because that's almost like saying, well, certain times a year when losing bonus points okay, and I think we've moved beyond that now. That was okay 4 or 5 years ago, but now, especially at home, we set ourselves a bit higher standards than that. No matter what time of year, who we play against, or what the team's made up of, we want better than we had today.
The defence second half when you're on their line, which is phenomenal anyway.
Yeah, it was, and as I was saying, credit to Sale, they stood and fought on their line. But then the flip of that is me saying, why didn't we convert more of them more easily? We normally would. Sometimes that can be tiny little things, just people getting off the floor a bit quicker, getting support a bit faster. You know, making the right decisions, changing direction when we need to, speaking to each other so the right calls are going in, the support's there. There's lots, you know, a really good game of rugby is made up of lots and lots of tiny little bits of detail that the guys really are organised with, and they really drive in. And we didn't have that at times today. We showed some character in the second half. I was really pleased with that. You know, I can walk away from this now, and there's something there for us to work on. There's something for us to talk about over the next 2 weeks as we prepare for the semi-final next week, and then Gloucester after a week's break. You know, we've got some hard work to be done, because the reality is there's probably 5 or 6 players playing today who really could do with playing, probably in the semi-final, but I don't know whether you can risk playing them, because we've got some limited numbers in a couple of positions. So we're going to have to get some hard work done on the training field, but that'll be good for us. You know, I think we can emotionally and physically recharge a bit over the next couple of weeks, and we'll be ready to fly into what's effectively now the second half of the season.
What about that list of injuries? Any coming back?
No, and it looks like it's going to grow a little bit. Alec Hepburn looks like he's got a pretty decent ankle injury. It's swelling and discolouring already, so we'll have to assess that. But yeah, it is. Every club is having injury issues. It's the teams that can get on with it, deal with it, and move on. You know, Billy Keast is ready to go. He's going to have to come in now and play very well. That's what it is. You know, we'll get on with things. Okay, thank you guys.